And we are back. Good to be back. I'm really excited for today's episode. Hello, everyone. Hello, if you're joining for the first time. If not, we are excited to have you in Norway. I'm Salih. I work with AWS as a developer advocate, and alongside me, my partner in crime, we have Rick.
Hello, everyone. I think, is this episode 13, Sally? Lucky 13?
Yeah, this is 13. Yeah, this is 13 now. It's
wow,
crazy.
and we are inching closer and closer to finishing this project. But you know what?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter, does it? How many episodes we've got or have? It's just been a great educational ride as we've explored front end, back end. So this is Fullstack for Noobs, folks, where we explore and dive creating a full stack application using our favorite AI coding assistant, which is Kiro IDE.
Kiro, yeah, exactly. So far, what we've built is we actually built a front end for the game that we want to release, and we also built the backend part of it as well. And we have been connecting the pieces. The game logic seems to be in place. Of course, there are some bits and pieces that we wanted to change. But before we jump into that, I think we have something that we want to show, right?
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, if for those people who watched the last episode, we had actually made contact, right? We had got the two to working together, and I know we shouldn't act so surprised, right? But it worked.
Yeah,
I mean, it worked.
Exactly.
And it was a thing of beauty, right?
Yeah.
But one of the interesting things we learned last week is that, you know, this is a coding challenge, or so rather, it's a Kiro Quest challenge. We're not just doing coding questions; we're doing general knowledge and multiple choice. But one of the interesting things was that we initially, in fact, Sally, you had actually had the great idea to ask Kiro to generate the sample questions, which was all good. But we found all the questions were very samey, right?
Yeah.
And so at the end of that, what we realized is we don't need it to finish the integration of two pieces, but we parked it. But you know what it's like. You can't just park these things, right? You have to you have to do something. So so I built something. So I'm just going to share what I built. And again, the premise of this, was the fact that we realized that because of the way that Kiro's built, which is actually a good thing. You know, it's kind of like it's more deterministic from the point of view of when you're using it for coding type kind of prompts. And what we needed something that's a bit more creative. So we effectively what I did.
I really like that you are sticking with Bootstrap. You know, like you're like if people say Bootstrap is dead, they are wrong. It's a lie.
You know what?
In this.
Man, I so nearly went jQuery instead.
Yeah. Okay.
But you know, I'm old school. That's all I can say. I'm old school, right? But yeah, so Bootstrap. You know, I like the big chunky buttons, right? You know, for someone who's got failing eyesight, it's very inclusive.
Yeah. I still refuse to wear these, but I have to.
So yeah, so basically, the kind of the premise was, let's see if we can generate very quickly a question generator that effectively integrates with our API, our backend API. So in literally, I would say
Arno
this was
a fan of jQuery as well. Apparently, Arno, good to see you.
That's it. You know, power to jQuery. But I think I keep reading stats somewhere that jQuery is still like one of the most popular.
Yeah, of course.
You know,
like, it has been used by governments and so on, and they're not going to wipe it away, of course.
No, exactly. So there's,
So,
it's the I guess the front end equivalent of COBOL, right?
yeah.
So yeah, so the kind of the premise was, let's see how quickly we can put something together that uses the kind of the broader capabilities of generative AI, right? So using Strands Agent, which is my go-to framework for building these kind of applications, I built the Kiro Quest Generator, okay, where you can specify different types of question you want to generate. You specify either the topic or the language, and then a theme, right? And then specify the number of questions you want, and then temperature, right? Creativity. And then here we configure the API for the back end. We can manage.
Just for people who doesn't know temperature mean,
yes.
Can you briefly explain what that is?
Temperature is one of the tunable, I guess, characteristics when you work with LLMs. And effectively, temperature, lower is less creative, higher is more creative. And what we mean is we add entropy into the responses that come back out. So if you want more deterministic, much narrower band of responses, you put the temperature down, right? If you want really way out, kind of like crazy some responses, then you put it really up to going up towards 1, right? And that's kind of like that's how I would define temperature. There may be a more scientific and technically accurate version, but that seems to work for me anyway.
Like this is a live stream for noobs.
Yeah, exactly.
For noobs. If
absolutely.
It works, I'm happy. As a noob, I understand. So we can continue.
And then we can. So in the last episode, we talked about question schemas. So here, I added the stuff that we created for the format of a Java question, the format of a Python question, and the format of a TypeScript question. And then you just click on generate questions, and this is one for multiple. I think, and this is the Java coding question, right? And again, so one thing I know it's okay, and it's not necessarily a bad thing, is that the Java questions always begin with the JSON input string. And actually, what I realized, Sally, is that actually this is just because this actually helps the person playing the game, because they always know that there's going to be an input, right? A JSON input for the code they're going to generate. But this theory here, this one here, I created working with Amazon S3 buckets, right? And when I look through the questions it generated, easy, and then more moderate, and then more difficult, actually, you know what? The questions were pretty good, right? And so actually, what I did is I tried. So actually, what happens? Let me So once you do these questions, it then basically you effectively. Oh, actually, well, let me. I'm getting ahead of myself here. So
you get excited, you know.
I do get excited, don't I? I do, yeah.
I know that I do the same as well. When I get excited, I'm like, okay, let me do this, let me do that at the same time, and I don't do both of them.
So effectively, so when you it generates the questions, this actually does take a few seconds, right? And then what I can do is I can select various questions and I can upload them to the actual question engine here, right? And actually, if I do a search for bucket name, one of the questions here, this is one of the questions that I actually imported. So
are they using the same database, or do we do export?
I'm doing it through the API. So which is why here in the configure API, I basically specify the API base and then the token key, right? So you can that's the first thing you do. You get this up, you configure where the API is. You can then effectively post these straight into the question bank, which is, and of course, Sally, I've got some translations, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try this one. I have no clue if this is gonna work.
Let me see.
So let's see if we get a translation. And this is live, folks. So I've never done this before. I did do the Spanish one, and the Spanish one was okay. Here we go. Look, we've got some text. So Sally,
okay, so
tell me.
I'm just going to read it. It's good. Like there's one or two things that I wouldn't do, but like, come on, for an AI generated thing. No, it's good. Like we
can do German. I put German because I know you're based in Berlin. I spreche ein bisschen, so we'll see how good how good by schreiben Sie eine Java Solve Methode, die einen JSON String als Eingeber erhält, der ein Key. Einen S3 Object Schlüssel darstellt. Extrahieren sehr so nach den Datenamen. I mean, that, I don't know.
I'm very like, the thing is, overall, I think here's the only problem though. Like, German is an interesting language in this case because German is a, I don't want to say something wrong, but let's say a bit of dirty. So it has English words more
Okay,
Germanized in
right,
it.
got
So
you.
like all of these things, they look like German translations. I need to check, for example, what is our official language on like
Yeah,
S3
and
keys
I
and
think
so
you need
on.
these would definitely need to be tweaked, right? What we've learned
Yeah,
in over the last year is when you're doing language translations, you should always have a layer in between that
yeah,
translates some of the phrase. But if I upload this, right, you can see I've uploaded questions successfully. And if I
yeah,
go to the question bank, now
yeah,
at the very end, I should have that German question. Look at
yeah,
that. I've got now a German question. So we can add different languages now into question bank.
yeah.
So
Oh,
we can have an English
nice.
question bank, a German question bank, a Spanish question bank, and then we've got those questions in there. So again,
Yeah.
this is something we explored last time about what actually is the
You
purpose.
wanted to do it. This was so nice. So the translation happens from strands as well, I guess, right?
So this is all strands, right? That's doing it, and it literally this only took me, Sally, I think all of about 10-15 minutes to put together.
Oh,
And actually, the most of the problem, right, was the fact that I couldn't get the Strands MCP server to use the right AWS key, and that was my fault, right? Because I have a strange setup for security. But yeah, it's like and actually, I see one of our colleagues is on there, so I should have put some French in there as well.
yeah,
But,
exactly. But hey,
but
Arno is learning German, so
I
we
know.
have
Well,
to.
perfect.
we can keep it that way as well.
Yeah, so
But like,
so where we are, okay, is I just wanted to
yeah,
just validate from
yeah,
what we learned last time, okay, is that don't use Kiro for question generation.
yeah,
So what we've done now, in fact, we've built another application, right, which we'll use together with our Kiro Quest
yeah,
application. So we've now got the actual game, and then we've got supporting applications that generate questions, which integrate nicely, which means we don't have to gonna like do it manually. We can just like use the APIs to do this. And again, another great reason why, folks, you should always be having API first approaches to when you build things, because this makes stuff like this happen easy, right?
I can't believe it. This came to this way. This conclusion. Oh my God. This was a bigger plot twist than many movies that I have seen.
So
Oh my God.
that's where we are. We've now got. I think we've got an answer. We don't have to worry about the quality of the questions now. I think we've fixed that through this add-on Strands Agent app we built. So now I think what we need to focus on today is let's kind of carry on the journey of playing the game through from the start to finish, and see what issues we find. Note those down in our issues.md file, issues log, and then we'll ask Kiro to effectively kind of like go one at a time and fix these problems it finds, or we find. So we're actually now we are acting as the ultimate QA engineers, and actually I found this is actually one of the things that we will do more of. Okay, we will now be this kind of like testing layer. Excuse me.
Gesundheit.
Merci beaucoup.
All right. So here's what I did. We already had an issues MD, but that was part of the game project. So issues can be in both. So we don't know where. What we are going to do now is we will create the issues over here, and then later on we will ask it. So what we will do is first.
How do we know? How do we know whether an issue is in the front end or the back end?
I mean, if there's a problem, it's probably back end, so it's easy. So you started this. You started this. I was being a nice citizen here.
Yeah. Okay, no. I agree. I think it's easier to play in the back end, right? It's easier.
Yeah. All right. So I think we already built the images and everything, so we don't need to redo that. So I will just run the backend.
So I think we created an event, didn't we? We created an event with the access key and all that kind of stuff. But I think we need to figure out. So if you go to your date, if you go to the date, that's right. Yeah.
We have the access key and
that's
everything.
The one there. That's it. That's the one. Right. Yeah.
So we don't need to worry about it. Everything.
No, we should be able to start a new game, shouldn't we? And I think the first actually before we do
Should
this,
we?
actually we've got the
Okay.
first issue. The first
Yeah.
issue, which is front end, is that we want to block the refresh so that refresh doesn't.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so we want to basically add, we want to block refreshes, or
Yeah.
however you want to write that.
Let me think about it. So I think blocking the hardware buttons could work, but
Yeah.
should we?
I mean, the thing is, though, here's the thing, right? So we don't necessarily want to prescribe, or maybe sometimes it depends on it, right? We might want to prescribe what it does, or we could just say this is define the problem and ask it to solve it, or come up with suggestions on how it could solve it. So maybe that might be a better approach. So we could say that currently, if you accidentally press the refresh, your game state gets reset. Okay, can you?
I was going to say like we need to keep the state of the application. Like
Okay,
right now, like I will explain the problem. Right now, when the user clicks on back or when they refresh, the state of the game is removed. We want to keep the game state persistent. This is the right word.
That's it. That's the one.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a better way of describing it, right? So and that's input for folks who, as you write that, Sally. That's an important thing that as developers we need to be very, very clear when we define our issues what exactly we want. It might be tempting to jump straight to the solution, but it's actually better to kind of take a minute and actually sort of actually think about what you really want to do, and you'll end up actually defining as Sally's writing here, what we really want actually is the game state to be managed, not maintained, not to block the refresh key, which actually isn't going to really solve the problem for us, because we may encounter other issues that are game state related that actually we haven't thought about. And the bigger thing here is we do want to get the when you start a game, effectively the game state is already defined, and we're just working towards the from end to finish, right?
So here's what I have written. Like currently, when users click on the back button on the browser or refresh the page, the game state is lost. Create a mechanism to keep the current game session and its state persistent until the game is finished. So I want this to be released when the game
like
is
that.
finished.
I really like that. Yeah,
all right.
That's good. So that's the first one, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So I think that was the main one from last time, wasn't it? I think.
Yeah. So let me run the back end.
Actually, there was another one, wasn't there? And that was when it was putting the questions. But I can't remember. I think we might have to kind of remind ourselves by playing the game. When it had some spurious text under the question in the actual UI, and we weren't quite sure where that came from. So we probably need to capture some screenshots, I think. So let's start the front end.
Wait a second. What are we missing here? We have everything. Okay, we need to do UV run Python run py.
That's the one.
Yes. So this runs fine. Let's go back to the back front end now.
Of course, it runs fine. Oh, have you got your have you got your container? Have you got because you got?
Yes. Yeah, I did. Everything like that works fine.
Okay, good. Just checking because
No. I mean, last time since like we didn't use Docker anyway, but in case we want to, the Docker is working now. You can see the Docker desktop is running. Everything's here. We are good.
Oh, so last time you went Finch, and now you've gone back to Docker.
No, I'm keeping Finch, but the Docker is running now just for the sake of showcasing.
Okay, got you. That's great. So I'm glad I managed to convert one person to use Finch.
I mean, I kind of had to, right? You vendor locked me.
Well, you know what? I seriously have been using it for 2 years, and I think it's solid. It's absolutely solid. So, and I have got quite a low barrier to sort of like, if something is frustrating, I'll give it a bit of an effort. But if it's too much, then I'll switch.
No, same for me. I really I'm like that for apps. Like when the app is not good, I'm just done. I can just delete it because we are spoiled.
Right? got to keep those tool providers on keep them on the seat of their pants, right?
Yeah, the thing is, I pay for the apps and everything. Like, I am a good customer, but I need to be like promised that everything will be fine.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So I've got another thing to add to the issue log, right? I think that
yeah,
the size of the text
yeah,
here
yeah.
needs to be configurable. I think because it's too small,
Okay,
isn't it?
okay.
So let's add that in. So the in the
In
issues
every
log,
page or in only this page?
I mean that's a good
I think
question, isn't it? I
every
think
page.
maybe every page. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to. The
Small on some screens, because maybe not maybe, probably in smaller screens they will look bigger because of the density. So it should
okay.
be
So
fine.
so so so
Let's try it.
I tell you what, we're describing that. So I think maybe what we want to do instead is I think we should.
Yeah.
There should. Yeah, I mean. That still looks too small to me, but I don't know. I don't know.
No.
Maybe it's
Like
okay.
like Surface Pro 7, no, not this.
So
Surface
for
Duo.
so for folks who are not familiar, Sally is using one of the capabilities of Chrome Dev Tools to mimic different screen surfaces, right?
Ah, yeah, yeah.
And it's actually a really cool feature that not many people know about. But it does allow you to mimic different resolutions, screen resolutions. So that resolution you got there is 12. Is it 1200 by 800?
Yeah, exactly. This is
Which is
our target.
Yeah, that's our
This is our
target.
target right now.
Do you
Yes.
think that the text looks too small? I think it's the body. It's not the headers. It's the body. So I would say
Yeah.
the text body
Yeah.
text needs to be larger or more or in brackets more configurable so that we can change that.
Yeah. I would say the description text overall app looks small. The text should be configurable. The text should be configurable on a
Maybe
settings page, maybe.
Well, I was thinking actually, Sally, maybe it should be a setting that we put on the front end so that the player who might actually want to have that font, for inclusivity, right?
Yeah.
Let's think about that actually. So maybe we want to add a font little thing.
Yeah.
Allows you to go up or down font size.
Yeah.
So actually, maybe that's what we want. Right? Maybe actually, rather than focusing it just on the description text, although that is actually mainly what we want. What we actually want is we want to have a widget that allows the player to increase the font size based on their needs.
But here's the problem that I see. Like, even in this, like in between these,
yeah, it's padding.
The text size is like not very, like they're not aligned. Like this and this doesn't look like they're part of the same component. I think this can get better.
Yeah. Okay. All right. But I think okay. So but that's a separate thing. So I think one is the issue of being able to configure the typeface at a user level, and then the other one is how the UI components all have to match the same. That to me that's two separate problems.
Okay.
And I'm very keen on when we do this, let's get the tool to just fix one problem at a time.
How do you like this?
Oh, look at that! Yeah, that's the way I always do it. I hack the DOM that way as well.
Yeah, I mean, this is good to play around.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and actually, it is actually quite useful. It's quite a useful thing. Although it's very fragile, right? You can't, sometimes, you see hacks that people do this, right? But then they just change a class name or something, and that's it. The hack goes away, right? So,
anyway, sure. So this is for medium. Sorry.
Also, we've got a game banner now as well. I've actually created a graphic for the game banner. So
really?
I have, I'll actually I'm going to send it to you in the chat. But
nice.
we don't. That's that again. We don't have to worry about that now. That's a very low priority, very very low priority thing. But I created one and using that well-known design tool, PowerPoint. Actually, where can I find it? Where is it? my machine is a mess at the moment. I can't find anything. That's why, because I've changed it from date to kind. Gemini. Okay, where is the? Well, whilst you're doing that, I'm going to find the image
Yeah.
and send it to you. Okay, so the text overall app looks small, and they're not following design system. I want the text to follow a guideline, and the overall text should be configurable. Yeah, by selecting the.
You know, I want to do something like in the fonts that you can select like extra large, so everything gets bigger, or like small.
Yeah,
This kind
yeah,
of thing.
I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean.
Like you would do with fonts and accessibility settings. I think it would understand now.
Yep.
All right. So back to game. So I start a game now, and this is the thing. I think this we need to fix as well. They're not like the navigation is a problem. Like I go start game, then I'm like, oh my god, let me see something. I go back and it's gone. And the navigation between pages are not implemented properly. When I direct to a new page, it should be reflected on the URL and the backstack of the navigation history.
Okay, yep. And so
Yes,
for folks who haven't joined previous versions of this live stream, what we're doing is we're actually, rather than getting the fixes directly done through a chat session, we are actually documenting these in a issues log file, and then we're going to ask Kira to go through individually and fix them so that we've got an audit trail of all the fixes that we have, all that we've done. Don't forget to save the doc as well, because obviously what I have many times I've not saved it, and Kira's go, oh yeah, it's all done, nothing left. So yeah, so that's the banner. That is the banner that I've created. So it's but again, it's not. That's not. We can add that later on once we've fixed the important issues.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's keep it at least in the assets for now, and then we can decide on what do we want to do. All right, so let's go back. So in here, I go here, I say my 8-digit code. It is not here. Let me get it. Where was this? Game engine. It's in instances. Yeah. As you see, I have the best memory in the world.
It's all right. No, very good. Very good. And you see, this is why I love that SQL SQL-like plugin, right, for Kiro, because it does help you.
Yeah, so I see one problem as well.
What's that?
So I will write right now the language options are
yes, that's
JavaScript
right. And TypeScript. It should be Java.
And Python. Now it will understand questions, not conferences. It's it's professional deformation. JS questions can be part of the TS questions. Change the name of JavaScript to Java to accommodate.
See, I think I understand why you've written that, but wouldn't it have been simpler, right, to say that currently when creating a new game, you can specify JavaScript, TypeScript, and Python. You should change this so that it's Java, TypeScript, and Python instead.
Okay.
I don't know. Let's leave it. I think this is an interesting way, because I think the way I read what you've said there is that I'm let's put the JavaScript questions in the Java. So I'm worried that maybe it might actually confuse Java and JavaScript now. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, I understand, but I think it could infer the context. No, I don't know. But you're also right. Like,
because it's because we don't want. So I think it's. I mean, let's just stick with this for the moment. We can change it if we need to, right? So okay, we've got some good. So this front end is looking more flawed as we go.
No, I don't agree with that one. I don't agree with that statement.
I'm just pulling your leg. I'm just pulling your leg. Right.
Okay. You want me to cry on live stream? Because I will cry on live stream. Okay. Okay.
I would never do that, Sally. I would never make you cry.
So let's run the game now, right?
I mean, you've converted me to being. I like TypeScript now. So okay. So what are we in the What screen resolution are we running at this? Because it'd be interesting to see if we're still running at 1200 by to see what this looks like. Because that game screen looks very small.
Yeah, this is definitely not like this is how it.
Oh, okay, perfect. Okay,
let's play it like this.
Yeah. Maybe. Okay.
Yeah. So we have a write Python.
Did we specify Python? Did we specify Python? In I thought you specified.
No, we selected TypeScript. So let me go back and write.
Okay, so we got another problem. Okay.
Let me take you from the live stream. Let me take you from the live. Or let me make myself bigger. See how does it? I can still hear you. We can still hear you, but
really, can you hear me still?
Yeah, of course.
Oh dear.
When we start the quest, we select a programming language. The questions for the quest should only have not only should have that, because we will have also some different questions as well, right?
Yeah. Well, I think we need to be more specific, right? So when we start the quest, when we select code, because we call them coding questions, don't we?
Yeah.
So they're coding questions. When we select, so we select a programming language.
Yeah.
And now it says only select coding questions that match the programming language.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
All right.
Actually, what we should actually say is so if you go back, we should say only select programming selected by the player playing the game, because otherwise it might get confusing and because we're saying when we start a quest we say, oh no, okay, it's okay, it's all right, apologies, it's good, it's all good. Save. Okay. Don't forget to save.
All right. So we can skip the question now, like this allows us. But this is a problem as well. Let's fix this problem. The problem was, what does expected behavior do?
Yeah, so that's it. So do you think we want to take a screenshot of this? Although we can't really put that in the issues log, can we? Although we could put it in the file system and refer to it in the issues log. So that's what we could do. Yeah,
let's do it. I will say new folder, and I will call this
issues. Yeah,
issues is enough.
Yeah.
And I will even move this into, so it doesn't have to go. Go to other folders and so on. And the next thing is we will
do a screenshot.
Yes, take a screenshot. Normally this should have been enough, but let's do it this way. And call this issue 1, and I will just copy this thing or move this thing from over here to Kiro. So we move this one here.
Yeah. So can we actually go back to the screen? Because let's actually try and understand what it's doing. So basically, we've got expected behavior 1, 2, 3, 4. So effectively, what that is, okay, is 4 given inputs, right? So basically, what what we've got is the test case where it says test cases. The test cases actually are correct, and actually what's in the expected behavior is correct. But the problem is because they're one's below the other, it's difficult to understand, right? So it should actually be that the test cases should be above the expected behavior screen. So it's not that it's wrong,
but it is not expected output or expected result, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So it should be expected. So it should be sample input should be where it says test cases. That should be replaced by sample input, and then expected behavior should be expected output.
All right. So let's write this down. Say that. Not. I want to split this. Yes. So we can see both.
You got good eyes.
I will do this.
That's better.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So let's say that like in the question screen. Yeah.
In the coding question screen.
Yeah. I want to do it this way. In the question screen for coding questions.
Okay.
The field for expected behavior should be
called
expected output. The field for test cases should be called expected input.
She's not expected, is it? So it's actually not. So it's actually we should call it sample input. Yeah, sample.
Yes,
input.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
we need to switch them around. So the sample input must be above the
sample input.
You got that in quotes, though. Oh, okay. So yeah.
Yeah, because like I want it to understand. Like that's why I put it to
Got it.
Sample input should be above the expected output.
Yeah, this is it, man. You've nailed it. Oh, actually, we need to refer to the screenshot called issues1.jp.
Yes. That's great. So you can see it in JPEG image that the question screen for questions.
Okay, perfect.
I think we're good.
Yep. So whilst we're on that screen, okay.
Yeah.
What did we check that hint works and it gives us the expected output?
Let's see. Yeah.
Okay, that works. And if we copy to clipboard, we copy to clipboard, does that do something?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Right. Okay. And then what is it? The pass just returns us back, doesn't it? I think.
What? The pass? The pass brings us back to where we are.
Okay, perfect. But can we play that question again? We can play the question again. It's different, isn't it?
This time it's different. So this is also
good. All right. This is good. Right. Okay. So should we carry on playing?
Should we be able to play the same question again? Like
no. So remember that's fixed by the other one. So once we've got to get the game state.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, yes. Probably we should maybe add that detail.
Yeah.
To the first issue.
Yeah.
But then the problem is it's a slightly different issue, isn't it? So
yeah, it's a different issue. I think we should add it as an additional issue, but right after the first one.
Yeah.
There is a state. There's already a state for us. Which is great.
Yeah.
Let's use this state to persist.
Yep. Okay. So let's say when creating game state, make sure that questions are only used once across all tiles.
Yeah.
Actually, make sure that all questions are unique.
Persisted.
Make sure that all questions are unique within a game state.
Yeah. Questions are unique on the game board.
Yeah.
One thing that I want to add is just for me to clarify. So I see this question, I click on pass, and when I re-click, I will see the previous question that I passed, right?
Correct.
Okay. So we need to also unique in the game. Want a question assigned to a board tile. It should be persisted. It should not, let me explain this to it.
Yep.
This means should not be changed when user passes no the question.
We could simplify that, saying that when the player plays the tile, it's always the same question, right?
You know what? Yeah,
That's a simpler way of putting it.
yeah.
When a player plays a tile, it should always be the same question.
Like the problem with like second language learners and native speakers. This is the problem. We are
Trust me, I got nothing but respect, Sally. The way you're able to articulate this is fantastic. I mean, I speak Spanish, right? And I would really struggle to do this in Spanish. So you're just knocking it out of the park. So big respect, man. Big respect.
well. Thank you. You're, as usual, you are kind, but I know I am as smart as a dog right now. So
No, seriously, man, this is really very impressive. It's very impressive. Okay, so should we start skipping the questions and going and working through some of the other question types, just in case we see
So we have, for example, this is a coding question as well. But let's click on this. This is a coding question as well.
They're all coding questions.
All right, this is weird. But did we generate different questions?
That's also another thing. Actually, well, that's a good question. Actually, did we? I think we did. Go to your go. You can open up the question engine, can't you? So if you go to the API again, folks, API first. So
are they no, I think we on. No, we have multiple choice.
They are multiple choice, and they're in bank one, right? So there's an issue. There's an issue here, right? So I think these are all related to the game state, right? So
but like we should still mention it right now. Like I will say right now, I only see one. I saw one. Maybe it's because we have fewer questions, or should we say it should be a good balance of three different question types.
I think it should be a balance. Also, interestingly, here with this question, there's no skip, right? We had the skip in the other. Oh, okay, okay, fine. It's a UI issue.
Please. This is, you know what this is? This is actually like this is what was it called? Oh my god, it's a feature, exactly.
Yes, feature. It's a feature.
Like what is it? Manage NoSQL database. I think this is the database that I use the most. And
actually, before you do that, right? Click on hint. Click on hint. Okay, it's removed. It
doesn't. It didn't remove it. No.
So hint's supposed to remove one of the.
Yeah.
Okay. Well.
All right. Let's write it. Let's write it down.
Okay.
When users click on hint for multiple choice question, one of the wrong answers should be removed from the options.
Yeah, I mean, it should still display a hint as well, but we want one of the remove one of those options as well. Right? Yeah. Okay. Cool. That's good. That's a good catch.
Yeah. Show the hint. No. Users should see the hint, and one of the wrong answers should be removed. I did the end on purpose with capital, so it doesn't miss it.
Like it. Yeah, it's a good. That's what it's one of the. I was in a really interesting workshop last week with the folks from Anthropic doing Claude, and they called these magic words. And all AI coding systems have magic words that you've got to learn how to use them.
Yeah, I have been doing so much research about my talk this week. Like I have been interviewing engineers from like big companies about like how they use like big AI assistants. I have been like reading, watching a lot. This is a talk I think that I prepared the most. And I know it's not even, I'm not even scratching the surface because this is a
Right.
talk for intermediate people. So I would start from like even better prompting, understanding MCP servers and so on into like orchestrators or using plugins like Playwright and everything, or just like
Yeah.
automating multiple tasks in a parallel way, running everything headless and so on. Like it's insane. Because
Yeah.
a friend of mine is using, I'm like, I know derailing the conversation, but a friend of mine is using AI so effectively. I'm jealous. Like I'm really jealous of him. Like he's doing
Yeah.
an insane good amount of work. Like they have been talking about like using AI as a second brain, like with Obsidian, like with Claude and everything. And I'm like, damn, like I am not.
Yeah. Obsidian plus Playwright for me is the magic combo, right?
Yeah,
And actually, I think for those of us who have been using Obsidian and who have structured their notes in Markdown files for a few years,
yeah,
we've already got into that mental model
yeah,
of actually doing it.
yeah,
I mean, what's interesting, I'm finding now that instead of having larger Markdown documents, I
yeah.
now have smaller ones. I create more folder structures, and the Obsidian MCP server is pretty awesome at finding stuff. So anyway, we're kind of like
Sorry,
digressing.
sorry.
What's happened here?
Maybe we can do a live stream later on about this.
Yeah. What's happened? Has the game reset or something? Because we've got the screen there that.
No. I
Oh no.
answered the
Okay.
question.
Okay. Right. Okay.
So like, what is the service functions? Like I just answered manually. Like here's the situation. Like in the first few questions, it was coding heavy.
Yeah. Now it's all multiple choice. They need to
Yeah.
spread out. We need to randomize the board
Yeah.
questions. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I will write this one. Right now, the questions are grouped together through the part, the question types. The question types.
So do you remember, Sally? Whilst you're typing this, I don't know if you remember, but I actually in the original spec that I did on PowerPoint, I had a list of the board type, and what I said, because we got 32 bar. I'm going to just bring this presentation up. I'm not going to share it. I'm going to tell you what I wrote. I wrote that on a game board, we would have total number of tiles is 32. And we'd have 16 easy, 10 medium, 6 hard, and that effectively we would randomize the questions across all the. So I think maybe we could probably try and actually do we want to try and say,
but you don't mention anything about the question types because
no, exactly. So but what we can say is we can say like we want 20% coding, we want 40% multiple choice and 40% general knowledge, and then that way it can figure out the rest.
Coding.
Or maybe we want 40% coding, so there's more key row and 20% multiple choice. So
I would do 20% general knowledge.
Okay, yeah.
Because like I like the multiple choice as well, and I don't want to bore people into just copy pasting, but they should be able to answer as well.
All right. Okay, that's good.
All right, so this is good. I saved. Then, so in Kiro, what are the hooks used for? Is it automating agent actions?
Yeah.
Or managing database migration? All right, victory.
Hey!
Yeah.
Okay, here's the thing, right? So did we show the badge thing last I think we did, didn't we? We showed at the very end of the
yeah, we showed what the badge, but it's not part of it yet. So we
not
need
yet,
to
but we do need. So there's a couple of things here.
Yeah.
The score screen is important, but we need some couple of QR codes. One for a survey so they can get credits, right? AWS credits. But we then also need the badge so you can share this on your profile. But that's okay. We can leave that for the moment. It's not important. But
I want to put the placeholder like
yeah.
on
But the interesting thing
game.
though, Sally, is that we need to pass the way that I've designed the badge thing is that when you call the badge generator, you also can provide custom fields. So the two custom fields that we want to basically add is effectively the points you scored and the position on the leaderboard, right? And that way, so if you put holding place for it, whilst you're doing that, I'm just going to quickly share what this is actually for folks who didn't see it last week. So I'm just going to stop your screen.
On the
and
game
share my screen. Look.
On the game there.
Let's have a look. Share my screen here. All right. So let me just look. It's here. So effectively, the way it works is we've got So we have a badge. We have a badge generator. So effectively, we create custom fields. So score and leaderboard. We can use actually again, this is all built using Strands Agent. We can generate imageries and frames and all that stuff using the models. And I've already created some badges. So effectively, when you complete the challenge, we will send you a QR code to this URL. So everyone is unique, UUID unique, and it will have your name on the certificate. You can see as there's points scored and there's your leaderboard position, and then if you want to, you can then share it on LinkedIn to do the humble brag thing. So that's kind of the idea of that. So it's an API call. So what will happen is that when we finish the game, we'll do the API call and get the return of the URI for the badge, which will convert into a QR code, so we can put it on the screen, and then they'll get their mobile device, and they'll be able to see their certificate on their mobile device. They can then do whatever they want to do, right? And it's one of those things that we don't want to capture any PII, so we don't want any email address. So it's kind of the simplest way of doing that.
That helps also us with the implementation as well. We can rely on the public APIs and so on that operating systems actually allow us to use.
Yeah. So when we click on play, it's actually. So let's have a look if we're on the leaderboard now as well. So
I'm in the leaderboard.
Yeah.
But here's a problem. When I click on play again, I shouldn't be allowed. I should go back to
So a player can only play once. Yeah. So return to play
the game.
Well, can we simplify this maybe slightly? Can we say when a game finishes? When the score is displayed, rather than play again, they should be returned to the homepage or the welcome page.
To welcome page. Did we call this welcome page, right?
We did. We called it welcome page. Yeah.
Okay.
That's right.
Welcome page not instead of welcome page.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Let me change my headphones because
we want to make sure. Okay. So when the game finishes and the score is displayed, they should be directed to the welcome page. Okay. Let's see how it does it, because I hope it's going to ask them to do a button for that, but we'll see.
I'm very curious. Like, do you want to do all the implementation at once, like we would normally do, or
no? So remember what we said is do it after each issue. We want to review, and then basically the idea is that we'll as it fixes things. We should, in theory, Kira should only fix one issue at a time. Don't forget to save the doc. And then. And then and it should ask us to effectively, we're still doing the QA, right? So we want to make sure. I'm kind of interested. Maybe what we could do, one of the things we could do, Sally, is maybe if we could hook in the Playwright MCP server, right, and give it the access to the game ID that we've given it, and maybe we could ask. Maybe we could add some additional things to this implementation. Say, look, we want you to, after you've done a fix, use the Playwright server and the game ID to validate to see if actually it's fixed.
I would be opposed to it. The reason is it will actually derail from what we are doing, which is
I know
vibe coding. Because
it is. I know.
Multiple times I wanted to do spec. Multiple times I wanted to do more.
I hear you, man.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think sometimes. I think one of the powerful things you can do when you're vibe coding is start to experiment and explore with these kind of concepts, right?
Yeah.
So that when you actually then go to do this in your spec sessions, you feel much more confident because you don't necessarily want to be experimenting with this in your spec sessions, right? So that's the counterpoint to yours. I totally hear you. I hear you. But let's.
So let's go with, for example. So Playwright is a end-to-end testing for modern web. Like, why am I not writing MCP for this? I don't know. So Playwright has an MCP, right?
Yeah.
My brain is still adjusting to the change. No,
that's it. So literally, that's the command there. Just it's really simple. We can add that to Kiro in 2 seconds.
You see, we have the Kiro on the list as well. That was a nice addition.
Yeah. Okay, good.
All right. So I go back to my Kiro. I go to the, let's enable MCP. We didn't enable MCP apparently. Let's disable this. Everything is disabled already.
Make sure it's workspace. Click on the workspace. No, click on the workspace config, not user. That's it.
All right.
Do it here.
All right. Okay. Yeah. So we have this one over here, and I think we are good. It is enabled already. So.
Okay, so that's it. So we've got Playwright. We've got Playwright. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yes, you've moved. Okay, that's better. Yeah.
Yeah, because we don't use the hooks right now. I can also put this up. I think let's put the most important ones to the top so we can.
Yep. That's good. It's good. That's a good little hack, actually, Sally. You know what? I'm gonna borrow that hack. I so far I've just left the widgets where they are, but now I'm gonna do exactly what you've done.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so we've got our Playwright. So we could, right?
Yeah.
We could now. Maybe what we can do is, rather than doing it as part of this, once we get asked to review it, we can ask Playwright to review it for us, right?
Okay, so we are not touching this right now, or should I do the crazy and change this to?
No, I think we should ask. So what we should do is that. So let's Sally, we're experimenting, right? We're vibe coding. Let's do it. Let's go for it.
You already started this, let's go for it,
So okay. So before starting implementation, tell us the steps you will take to tackle the issue for confirmation. So that's like, well, we don't need to change the first one. That first one's good.
Yeah.
So the second is after completing. After completing each issue, what we now we still want this, right? We still want it. So we want to put a new one above this, right?
Yeah.
And which is basically use but above, not below. But we want before this. Yeah. So use the Playwright MCP server.
Yeah.
To validate and check each fix. That's it.
We give the base URL and everything.
You don't need to do that. You don't need. Okay, so yeah, you're right. Actually, good point. We use use the game. Yeah, that's a good point actually. So we need to have we need the game ID, don't we? So use game ID, whatever that game ID was from the database.
Yeah, let me check it.
It's actually, so it's called access code. Use access code.
Yeah. Use game access. Let me make you happy as well,
Yeah.
For
from a browser, is it localhost?
Yeah. Use the localhost 5103. as your as your project, or as the Just I will just say this, it will understand.
So, okay, so this is obviously live. We've never tried this, have we, Ali? So
yeah,
it'd be interesting to see how this handles this, right?
yeah.
Okay.
But, do like after. Wait a second. Working state. After the confirmation, move the task from issues completed.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we are good.
Okay, right. So review. So now to kick this off, all we do is review the issues/issues.md.
Yeah. Or should I just do this?
Oh, you could do that as well. Yes,
Yeah.
that's yeah. So basically, a review and fix first issue.
Should I just do it? Just enter, or?
Well, why not? Like, we could try. We can see what happens, right? We can see what happens.
All right.
We're all about experimenting in this live stream. I see the issues list. Let me start with the first issue. Look at that, Sally.
Yeah, I'm very excited. I'm very excited.
We are getting lazier and lazier as we start.
So like one thing that we do here is this is a context gatherer, and this context gatherer is actually working as a sub-agent. It gets multiple contexts and brings all together. This is something I didn't know.
This is new, but this is quite a new addition to Kiro IDE, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. But you can see like everything that it does. It creates the prompt to do these operations, gets everything, and runs in parallel to get every context and have it all of them in place. And if I'm not mistaken, this means sub-agents, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
that's right. There's actually a few different icons. That means sub-agents. There's one which basically means background server agent. Yeah. There's another one which is debugger. So there's a few of these little icons that okay.
Yeah.
So look, so here's the plan. So it's what I plan to do: create session storage, persist the game state, player settings, game ID, modify app to restore current screen. That looks okay. Modify to save session state. Okay. This is looking good, Sally.
Yeah.
It's looking good. The key
I'm just, you know what? It's good.
And the thing is, though, it's using session storage, not local. So session storage and local storage is a browser-based storage, right? That's used when you want to persist information, right? And so is session storage also a browser-based thing?
It is both browser-based, but like it says here, this lives in tab. So if I close the tab, it is intentional, and now I want persistent one. But for simple things like mistakes, like clicking back automatically or refreshing and so on, this keeps it in the session, like in the browser that you open up. Local storage is in the old terms, it's like the cookies, like it's persistent in the long run. And I think cookies has a time of death, but this doesn't have it. This is the big difference. It's the local storage. It's the caching mechanism.
So actually, so are we okay to proceed? I think it looks okay as a plan. Yeah. It seems all right to me. Okay, so this is where I've seen it. So look,
you can see like there's the
local and storage. Yeah, got you. But when you expand, if you expand the twisties, that's where you see then the different things that the application. So if you click on them, we should see some of the game objects, right? Here we go.
I mean, in here we have let me move this.
So
this is the only one that we have. The reason is we do not.
That's the score. That's the leaderboard, isn't it? That's the leaderboard.
Exactly. And this is in the local storage. So if I refresh and so on, everything should be here until I kill the application.
Yeah. And there's nothing in the session storage, is there?
Exactly. Yeah. This is probably.
So it's good that we've seen that, because we should see some change then when we make this code change, right? So I think Sally, I think we're okay for Kiro to go ahead and make these changes then.
Yep. So I will go back and where's my Kiro?
So yes, we're okay. Proceed with the plan. Yes.
Yes.
Oh, Okay,
you
one extra
know,
character.
LGTM.
So this is exciting. I'm kind of like, I mean, I kind of figured it would actually do a good job at actually fixing the
Yeah.
code, but what I'm excited to do now is watch it actually as it spins up a Chromium browser. Well, Playwright MCP server does this, and see how, because we should be able to see it actually doing things, right?
Yeah.
So because what I've done is I've experimented doing it headless, so running it
Yeah.
on a Linux machine, but then it gets a bit more complicated, right? Because you have to create virtual frame buffers and all this kind of stuff, right? So
Headless is always a bit more complicated than usual. Like
yeah,
we love being the hacker, we love being like the builder of things, but at the same time we do not understand how complicated things are
yeah,
until we dive into it. Even with the simple CI/CD stuff, running your commands headless will require you to do a lot of extra stuff
yeah. Now,
that you don't think
obviously,
about. It's
another
just like,
thing,
yeah,
say that to think about. Okay, and so folks, we are doing this vibe coding, right? So
yeah,
one of the I guess challenges you will run into as you do vibe coding is that we might introduce breaking changes, right? Which is
yeah,
why when you're doing this for real, this is why tests are so important, right? Tests
yeah,
are your guardrail. Now, in the issues log that I shared initially back in, I think in episode 3 or 4, I can't remember
yeah,
where it was. I took one from a blog post I wrote, okay,
yeah,
and in there, one of the things that I also have in my issues log is run all the tests to make sure that everything runs before you mark this as complete. Because what you really
yeah,
want, as you add an issue, and as Kiro or whichever AI coding assistant you use fixes it, you want to make sure you run those tests again, and whether they're just unit tests or E2E tests, run them so that you've got confidence that you've not introduced any regression issues,
yeah.
right?
This is what big projects do. This is many, like when you want to contribute to the open source projects, there's a like 99.9%
Yep,
chance that
yep,
they will not only ask you to pass the test, but also they will ask you to write tests to cover as well. It's also for you. Like it's
yeah.
also for you that no one else goes and breaks the changes that you implemented.
But I tell you what, it can cause fatigue, right? Because I remember I was doing one project and I ended up
Yeah.
almost like 600 tests, and they take maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes to run,
Yeah.
and that's every time, right? It's doing an iteration.
But
But
I don't see it as an issue because like as the project, like imagine you have 1 billion users, right? And
no, it's not an issue, Sally. It's not an
yeah,
issue. I hear you, but I think it's something you need to think about from the point of view of your workflow. Now, because now the agentic AI is getting a lot better,
yeah,
what happens is that if it counters issues, it kind of like it kind of carries on working. In the old days, what would happen is you'd run a test and then it would be up to you to decide what to do next, right?
yeah.
So now it's a lot simpler. Right, okay. So it's done it. I think has it actually okay, let me start the back. Okay, oh, look at this. It's gonna do stuff. Although we've already got the back end already running, haven't we? So
Should I close the backend and
yeah,
front
let's
end? What do you think?
although yeah, let's yeah, we can close the back end, can't we? Yeah, I think let's do.
No, let's close both of them because it says it will start both of them. So
Okay, all right. So let's close them. Yeah, let's do a clean room.
yeah,
Right.
yeah. Let's give this a chance to prove itself. You
Yeah,
know?
exactly. That's right. Let's give it a chance to prove itself so that we can go and spend more quality time down the
Yeah.
park.
See, browser wait for all right.
What is it? What's it doing there? Browser. Okay, so it's going to wait for the browser to start up.
But it is starting the wrong one. Or no, it is actually starting the right one. Yeah, it is starting the right one. All right.
Okay.
But like, which browser are you navigating?
So it's going to use your default
Yes.
browser. Isn't it?
Okay.
There we go. Look, here it comes.
Nice.
Oh, look at this. Good wheel.
So let me move this so we can see it.
Yep.
All right. So did it? I really want to see. This is bad.
I know. So I've encountered this problem before. What you could do is if you click on the actually click on that speech bubble, go back and click on the speech bubble.
This one?
Yeah. And then click on it again, and it should allow you then to resize it. That's what I found in the past.
Oh,
Oh, it
man.
doesn't do it now. Okay.
Okay, let me make this smaller.
Yeah. Oh, that's a
So this is a nice bug to report.
Yeah, no, I found on Macs anyway. It happens on Macs, right? Where when you actually another thing you can do, Sally,
Yeah.
do Command minus to shrink it, and then the problem goes away. So if you go back to the
Yeah. So if I do this, you
do
say,
Command minus and to minus the on Kiro,
yeah,
and do Command minus.
yeah.
I'll keep going.
Ah,
That's it.
okay.
That fixes the problem.
Ah, okay. This is not the fix, man. Come on. All right.
Right.
So we did the browser click. Let
Okay.
me
So
fill
now
it.
let's start filling the form. Oh, look, it's got the information.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Let's see what it
Sure.
does. If it works. Trust. Start again. Whoa, Sally's is looking good.
Yeah. So far, I'm.
Okay, the
You know
going.
what? I will do trust.
Yeah, go and do trust. Come on, trust it. I
Yeah.
always click on trust, man.
I trusted.
Okay, so this a coding question appeared.
Let me skip
Whoa,
it.
what happened? That was quick.
Yeah. No, it's
That
like
was quick.
it clicked on skip.
Oh, okay. That's all right. We don't mind that. We don't mind that.
Yeah,
That's okay.
yeah.
But we can't see then. We can't see whether actually. Oh no, because it's only fixing the first issue, isn't it? Which is the session session persistence.
Yeah, but it keeps it. This is nice. Okay.
See, look, Sally, this little experiment of ours.
Yeah.
It's looking
Nice.
good.
Nice. I'm happy. I'm happy with the
Are
result.
you happy? As long as you're happy, I'm happy.
Yeah, I'm happy with the result. I can definitely say that like this was a win.
This was a win, right? And this is what vibe coding is about, really. It's about doing these little things that you can then take into your more formalized workflows, whether it's spec or something else, right? But if you're not experimenting on things like vibe coding, right, in a safe space, then how are you going to know, right? But this is awesome, Sally.
Yeah.
This is a MCP server. This is a Playwright MCP server for the win. Has it actually
Like
has
the,
actually?
yeah.
I was doing it now. Look at that. Hey.
Yeah.
Now the question is, does it now go to the next? Oh, look, on to the next issue.
Yeah. So when creating the game state, make sure all questions are unique and so on. So let me understand the current flow. Right now in blah blah, it just explains. This means questions are pre-assigned to the specific tiles. They are consumed in click order. That's why. Okay. If you play click style, so blah blah blah, it says it will create a map, which makes sense. When a tile is clicked, assign the next available question from the queue. Makes sense. Persist the map in session storage. Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good to me. Yep.
Sounds Gucci.
Sounds good. I've never heard that one before, but I'm going to use it now. Sounds Gucci. Many years ago, right? I bought a Gucci wallet for my wife.
Yeah.
It cost £750. A lot of money.
Oh my
God.
God.
A lot of money. Right. But I was feeling generous. And you know what? It lasted all of 2 years. Until it broke. They did fix it. They were really good.
Yeah.
But it kept breaking, right?
Yeah.
And so I just said, it doesn't matter that they keep fixing it. It looked good, it felt good, but build quality was absolutely pants. So I never bought anything again.
No, I think right now, like, if I buy something that expensive to my wife, probably she will just kick me out.
Well, actually, Sally, I think I must have done something pretty bad, right?
Yeah. I was like, for me, in this kind of scenarios, my thinking is more like, so do you want to go out with your friends?
Yeah.
Like, do you want to get them? Do you want to go for some dinner? Anything at all?
Yeah.
That works. That works.
So, folks, for people who are tuned in, maybe what Sally and me are doing, we have joined the back end of the game to the front end of the game. We have found some issues, some bugs. And as you will have learned from early episodes, the way we deal with these is not actually in the chat interface. We create a file called issues.md. We document all the issues. And what we've done is we've actually just defined the workflow in the issues log. And we've done something we've never done before, which is introduce the Playwright MCP server, which is what you can see on the left-hand side. And effectively, what Kiro is now doing is it's now working through individually each issue looking at the issue, confirming with us what the issue is and a plan, then executing the plan, and then testing and validating it through Playwright, and we can actually see it happening in action. And so far, the first issue it's done a really good job of fixing that, and we're just now basically sat here, in the future of software development, just chatting away, as and thinking about the bigger problems, right?
Yeah, I think one thing that I really liked is that right now it found an issue with its implementation, and now it's like, okay, by the way, there's this problem, let me fix it. And it's actually trying to fix that one, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Now exactly. It actually tests the full flow, and now it started again. You can see that like it clicks, it will fill out the information. I will of course trust this as well, because I'm a very trusting person. And like it fills out. Now we have the questions. It will click on the question. Game board loaded, blah blah blah. Now it will see the question. It will click on pass. Come back to the question 3 again.
I can't even remember what the second question was. Was this the positioning of those of the screen, of the input output, expected input, expected output? Is that the
No, it was like when we do pass, the question was leaving.
Oh, okay, got it.
It was something different, but it actually fixed it. It actually refreshes the page to check if the refresh works as well.
Okay, so it's actually now adding it to the source control, which means it's finished pretty much doing that issue. So this is the future, Sally. We are showing folks for these for you who are dialed in live, or maybe watching one of the clips afterwards. We are showing what the future looks like. We are getting the AI coding agent, in this instance Kira IDE, to actually review the issues we've defined, identify, create a plan, fix, and then document everything. It's all being done. But Sally, the important thing is we are driving this, right? We are in full control.
We wrote this down. We tested everything. We wrote this down. We found the issues. But the biggest advantage of us right now is actually we are protecting ourselves from redoing everything.
I wonder, Sally, if this means that in the future there's going to be more software testers, developers, or maybe there'll be new jobs right around QA testing, because now as long as you're doing a good job QA as a human and documenting it properly, the AI agent can take care of the rest, right?
I would say like my thinking about it is a bit different. My thinking about it is like, I think there will be domain experts. The domain experts will be doing whatever needs to be done.
Sally, it's working on the next issue. Did we?
I said it. Yeah, it asked me. I said, but like it didn't create the plan. I didn't accept the plan. It just.
And has it in the issues log? Has it moved the second one down to the completed now?
Yes.
Okay. And what this issue now is working on? It's on the text. Is it? It's on the text size.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. It is a text size situation. Okay. Yes.
Well, I tell you what, look, we can see it now. It's appeared. It's appeared at the top.
Yeah.
Oh, Sally, I'm loving this. This is I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying, just one little thing. Imagine if we had been doing this manually. You would have been going through that game board. You would have been sick and tired of it, right?
No, it would have been taken definitely way more time. My question or my curiosity is like, when it tests this out, how it will look like.
Yeah. But yeah, I think now if we leave this if we leave this running, I say so. We're now an hour and 18 into our stream. So should we stick this out until it finishes all the? I guess we have to now, right? Because
I want to see this, because like going through everything. Come on.
So far we have not done anything in between streams, right? So we can't really. This is it feels like an important moment.
Yeah. Oh, this was crazy. Like I didn't know the screenshot part. I knew
didn't you?
No.
Man. Our Playwright is the bomb. Is absolutely bomb.
It's insane. Oh my god.
Such a good MCP server. Now, one thing that we should be keeping an eye on is the context window. So if you hover over the little circle donut next to Opus, it should tell us how we are. We're at 71%, so we are getting close
But I think that's okay because I think our issues are fairly independent.
Yeah. Oh, let's
So
finish. It's actually now finished the third one. So now it's
yeah,
it. Wow, this is
okay.
good. So 3 of however many issues we've got. That's not bad. And it's only been what, about 10 minutes,
Yeah,
15 minutes,
like
maybe maximum.
1, 2, 3, 4, and these were the hard issues. I think the rest
Yeah.
is easier.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Wow. So, folks, if you're not using Playwright MCP server today, hopefully Sally and
Yeah,
me have shown you why it might be something to especially if you're doing full stack or
yeah,
front end. It's
yeah,
a really nice little tool to use. I have been using it for about 6 months to
yeah,
just validate and test out design ideas, and it's really good actually at
yeah,
especially if you pass in sample images. It's really good.
yeah.
So what's it doing now? It's like, which is this is the
Well,
it's
so
what issue is
this is the issue
navigation?
about navigation. So like we would see, for example, now we see the sign up on top. So we
Ah,
can do actually deep linking, like instead of going to the welcome screen and so on, or
okay,
when
yep,
we click on back or forward, we would know where we are at.
yep, yep,
So
yep,
trust. So
yep.
it goes back and forward, and it will actually implement everything.
Yeah, I guess some of these
Yeah,
issues are going to be much more simple for Kiro to fix
yeah,
than
yeah,
others, right? So
yeah.
'I
100%.
do like how the font thing at the top is.
Yes.
I like that. That's a really nice little feature.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm quite happy with the result, I have to be honest.
yeah. And bearing in mind we've only been this is episode 13, so
Yeah.
let's say 13 hours of work to
Yeah.
get to where we are. I mean, that's pretty solid. And actually, we've got some additional components, right? We've got the question engine, we've got the question generator now, we've got the badge generator as well. So this is becoming like quite a kind of encompassing thing we've created. So
Yeah. It is really nice. Okay, now this is a quite simple one. I think this will just turn.
oh, the JavaScript, TypeScript,
Yeah.
Python thing,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, they should in theory.
Yeah. I
But
mean,
I think the devil is in the detail, right? I
yeah.
mean, from a testing perspective, it'll be interesting to see what it does to test it, right? Because
Yeah.
it should, in theory,
Yeah.
go through and test questions to make sure that they're related to the right preferred language. So let's see if it does
Yeah.
that. Because if it's just doing the UI a bit, although we could always test it
Yeah.
ourselves afterwards as well,
This is the
right?
next issue though. Like I think it's going to wait. Like first it will fix the UI and the next issue will fix this problem.
Okay, got you. Right. Okay.
So right now, only thing that we will see most likely is instead of JavaScript, we will see Java.
I hope so.
Ah, this is so nice.
Yeah.
This is one of those live streams that you see on like online that people actually let
Did it?
agents in the app, and this is what we are doing as well, which is pretty cool.
That's this is exactly, yeah. I mean, I feel don't you feel a little bit guilty that we're not doing anything?
No. Like, come on, I did everything.
That's true. I guess what we're saying is we're doing all the work up front, okay,
Yeah.
and then going for a cup of tea to whilst it does its
Yeah,
work.
exactly.
And actually, that is I'm not sure. Have you heard about Project Mantle? So that's the Bedrock inference infrastructure. So
No.
they had they did some really cool talks at reInvent, and
Yeah.
one of the learnings they had is to spend a lot of the time going through your plan, okay, your specs,
Yeah.
going through and reviewing the previous night out, and then actually then overnight leaving the agent to kind of just generate code, right? So
Yeah.
effectively the bit we're doing now would effectively be done overnight, and we would come in and review all the outputs.
But do you remember, because of this, Cloud actually created these? I mean, Anthropic started this limits. Like you can't do more than a few hours,
Yeah,
and
that's
there's a
right.
window
That's
for the
right.
week as well. Like the usage has a very high limitation.
So you can configure that in. I mean, on Claude, you can configure that using an environment variable, right? Max tokens use something usage. I don't know if you can do the same thing with Kiro. I guess you could ultimately by dialing down your plan, I guess.
But I think for some some tiers you can't do it. Like if you have the pro plan, which is many like developers, like indie developers and so on do, they have more limited access comparing to max plan or something.
So what did it just run out of context? Sammy?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it's automatically compacted the
Yeah,
conversation, started a new session, and it's
yeah,
building
yeah,
back from there. So even through, a context window exhaustion, it's still managing to kind of battle
yeah.
through, right?
Does it sound good, or should I proceed based on the context summary? You said go go go, so I will proceed.
So okay, so what exactly? Oh yeah, so this is still backend modify start game to filter coding. So this actually now has moved to the next question, right? So
Yeah.
yeah, okay, right.
So the simple one is already fixed. You can see there's Java
Yeah, we can
here.
see that.
But
Yeah.
apparently in backend, I don't want to blame anyone, but like backend doesn't accept the preferred language.
Really?
Uh,
But we looked. So when we looked at the Swagger file, there was a filter, and the filter had. So actually, let it go.
let's tell it. Let's tell this. Like,
I'm going to dispute that. I'm
yeah.
going to look. I'm going to look at the back end because I don't believe it for a second. But I might be wrong.
Should have
Get questions.
Can you check it properly?
Questions, right? So you can. Oh look. So the /API/question list questions support optional filtering by programming language and difficulty. So it's definitely in the API.
I don't know, man. I don't know. You hit it well, so it cannot find it.
Okay, so look, difficulty description. Yeah, no, there's code _ programming _ language.
Yeah.
It's a string, right? It's in the model as well. So
there it is. Yes, already has a list questions language query parameter that filters by code programming language.
Yes, you see, look at that. That's the one. Look.
But the start game endpoint doesn't use that. It just grabs all questions from the back.
Well, what I'm saying is that don't be dissing the back end when the back end's okay.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's a design issue.
To be fair though,
it's okay.
The back end is much simpler because all you got to do is just is effectively wire it up, okay, so that it just returns some data. The front end is way more interesting, way more difficult because you're dealing with so many more variables, right? So, yeah. So
I think this was the most complicated question, like the task for it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's nice. I'm happy with the result. Like I can't believe again though that we have just like sit down, tested the app, put the issues, and we are like, you know what, fix this.
Yeah, exactly. But I think this one. I mean, it'll be interesting to see now once it goes through all the issues, right?
Yeah.
And then we go through the manual test, right? The manual, play, whether actually it feels like it's fixed all the problems, right? Because I just realized the one thing that I didn't pay attention to is when the expected input, expected output. I didn't see that screenshot, so I completely missed that.
Wait a second. So let me click on a tile. It said.
Oh, it still hasn't fixed it. Look, it's still there. So question 1. So that hasn't fixed it.
No, it did. It did. Like it right now. This is about like since it tests with Python.
Oh, okay.
Why
that issue's coming up? I can see. Yeah, okay. I can see. Okay. So we haven't actually. We haven't got to that question yet.
Yeah. Okay. No. That is the next one.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It also checks out if we have like none questions, and now it's verifying no Java or TypeScript.
Right.
Okay, this is nice. It is
so
crazy.
I guess we've got the skip question, right?
Yeah.
Now, one thing we didn't check is whether that actually is an option that. So maybe we'll do that at the end, right? Yeah. We need to make sure that the game that we configured, that option was set, because obviously we don't want the player to have that, right?
Yeah.
Because that could be so I think that's a simple prompt, right? Saying only display the skip question dev if the configuration in the backend database is configured.
Dude, come on, look at this. This like already it fixed like 4 bugs. No, like
So it's actually created 2 completed sections. I have noticed it's done that actually in the past.
yeah.
Um,
Did it create 2? No, it has 1. Like it just moved stuff. Like I created this
oh, okay,
myself.
right, okay. I thought I saw 2 then, but okay,
No,
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 you're right. My eyes are failing me, Sally.
no, 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 no. This has been a long live stream, so so it's like next
We're getting
issue
close.
rename. Yeah. So let's see if it's going to fix this foundational issue.
All right.
Ah, this is so cool. Like this is insane.
Yes, it is. It's well, I think this is like anything when we're doing vibe
Yeah.
coding, it's a new pattern, right? To
Yeah.
add to your tool set, so that when you're creating things or using
Yeah.
using these tools to help you with a problem, you can use it as and when. But yeah, I mean, I think if you don't know about Playwright today, then hopefully this live stream will inspire you to try it out.
There you
Oh,
go.
let's fixed it. Yeah, look, sample input, expected output.
Yeah.
That looks much better now.
Yeah.
That looks much better. This is looking pretty slick.
Nice.
It's looking pretty slick. I think this is actually. I think this is what the Amazon Q Developer Challenge should have been, right?
And this is just the first iteration, we are getting better,
Exactly. Just imagine what it's going to look like when we actually do the proper version, right? It's going to be friggin' awesome.
Yeah. Oh man, we have 4 tasks left. I think it will take roughly around 5 to 10 minutes.
I mean, it's definitely quicker than if you were to have to manually go through and do the UI, right? It's
100%. This is not even a comparison,
Yeah.
This like in projects, people would do bug bashes, write down everything, and define a week for a team to fix everything. And I'm not saying AI will replace engineers or whatnot, but what I'm saying is like, if you use this, you will be more efficient and you will be part of the problem solving mechanisms all around.
Totally.
Yeah.
Is it actually giving us after each one? Is it giving us a list of credit usage in Kiro? Or
it does. It does actually. Yeah, it does.
Because I guess that's the only thing, right? Is that maybe the I guess the flip side of this is that it uses like maybe a lot more credits, because it is going to be doing a lot more backwards and forwards, right? But if we're going to be using Kiro to do the work anyway, there'll be a certain percentage of credits we're going to be using anyway to do the work So on the fourth, so click. Oh, so this is the multiple choice one, right?
Yeah.
So, okay. Wow. This really is. Let's look at the other questions. Right now, the questions are grouped together through the board. Finish screen. That should be simple.
Yeah.
So I think the last few questions actually should be pretty quick, right?
Yeah. All right. So let's see if I click on hint.
Let's see what happens. Yes.
Okay.
Look at that.
Nice. Nice.
Each word starts with the letter S. Hey?
Nice.
Hint each word. What?
This is the best. This is the
all 3 answers.
Best hint ever. The most useless one ever.
Yeah, that is most useless. Well, I mean, things. This is what happens, right? When we use, because we've not put a lot of work into actually the questions, right? And again, earlier on in the stream, we showed a tool we created in all of half an hour, right, to generate questions. I think we probably would need to make sure that someone did a review of the questions to make sure that these little issues, get caught. Or what we could do is we could flag. Maybe we could add a UI saying flag, which basically flags something that you think is needs improving, and that way, because we're already capturing. I mean, I'm not sure if you saw, say, in the back end, for every question we collect metrics. We collect how many times the question was answered correctly, incorrectly, passed, and hints used. And in theory, we should be able to use that information to generate a nice dashboard in the back end of patterns around where players are struggling or where they need more help,
Yeah.
or where they're getting them wrong, and that could help then us create content in those areas,
Yeah.
to then hopefully increase the knowledge in the community.
I really like how your brain works, man. It's like immediately like, yeah, let's do this. All
Yeah.
right.
Okay, let us. This is right now the question. So this is probably going to be the one that I think is the hardest to do, right? Oh no, this is distribution of questions. So
Yeah, this
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 is
should be okay.
yeah. Oh, this is so exciting. We're getting close, Sally. We're
Yeah.
getting close.
Yeah. So I'm really it selected Java and we see Java, by the way, so I'm happy.
Oh, okay. Right, that's good.
Yeah, coding. Let me pass and check.
Well, I tell you what we'll do is when we actually go to test it ourselves, we'll select something
Yeah.
that's not Java. Then we'll do
Yeah.
Python or we'll do TypeScript.
Yeah.
As much as it pains me to select those.
Come on. Come on.
No,
They are
actually,
nice.
I
They are
actually
nice.
because I've been spending so much time with you on TypeScript, I'm actually getting quite into it actually at the moment. So I've
It's
been learning,
nice.
I've been learning about the different tools like Vite and Bun and
Yeah.
Muzzle as well. Muzzle is quite a cool tool that keeps coming up now. That allows you to manage your tooling across all different languages as well, not just not TypeScript, right? So
Yeah. The general purpose tooling with the built with JavaScript or TypeScript is quite often out there. And every once in a while they build something crazy and it actually shatters everything all around. Like recently, if I'm not mistaken, I think, for example, they used the Go language to build the TypeScript compiler and so on. That was
that's right.
insane. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they use TypeScript to do something else. Sometimes it's always nice to see it.
Yeah. Totally.
We have 2 more left. I think in 2-3 minutes we should be good.
Yeah. I'm just noticing on the Playwright MC UI, you've got there's a hover hint. Question 5, hard difficulty. Oh, okay. It's actually
Yeah, it's like it keeps the state because it probably doesn't have an understanding of
okay.
what is the
I mean, I quite like that. I quite
cursor.
like. We didn't ask it to do that, but I quite like that as a feature, right?
Yeah, come on.
Well, if you go to the top
I
of the
think we
screen,
asked that, by the way. I think we
did we?
asked the. Yeah, I think
Okay.
I think we asked it. I remember that.
What happens when you click the user interface? Sorry, the text sizing. Did you try that to see if it makes it go bigger or not? Oh yeah. I mean that's plenty of options.
This is good.
Yeah. Okay.
It is not the best, but it's good. It's better than it was before.
It was better than it was before. Yeah, exactly. So I mean, thing is though, we can tweak that, right? So the fact that now you've got a scale, you can tweak the scale. So the most important thing is the mechanism is in place.
Yeah, 100%. All right, so we restarted. I think it will check everything, play the game, and finish both of them at once, which is very interesting. Let's see.
So, because I think we started around 7 minutes past, so it's just been going over half an hour now.
Yeah.
And it's done, I think, about like 80% of the issues.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 tasks.
Yeah.
Including the manual testing.
Now, one of the things you could do, okay, if you wanted to, is you could ask it to create more detail in your issue log. Again, that's something that you might want to do if you want to keep this as context for future changes, right? And we haven't done that because we're just vibe coding, but don't necessarily just think that you can just you can leave it at this. We're giving you some kind of like hints as to how you can structure your troubleshooting sessions so that they're more effective. But go to town, experiment, explore, and try different things, and then share with the community what works for you. That's one of the things I'm seeing, Sally, is that a lot of people now are sharing what works for them. What's going on here?
It clicks to the same tile.
This is
it actually wanted to move forward, but it didn't because it was clicking the same tile.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So again, what you're doing is it's still our job to kind of keep an eye on it.
Yeah.
Make sure it's
Because otherwise it will just go crazy. So this is the second summarization of the chat, of the context.
So okay, so we've gone through two regens. Okay. But that's okay because I mean, again, because each question, I mean, some of the questions were related, right? One of the things that I sometimes do, I do triage the issues, and if they're grouped together, I will maybe try and figure out, is there a good way of articulating that so that it can work together as a group. But in this instance, I think most of them were kind of like pretty separate. So
yeah.
But yeah, we're very close. We're very close. And I think hopefully, Sally,
I think we are done, but we just need to test it.
We need to test it, right? So just let's look forward to the next live stream, which is going to be, I think, on Thursday. Is that right?
Thursday, yes.
Yes, Thursday.
It should be. Yeah.
So because we're getting close now, one of the things we're going to do is just finish up all the kind of the final steps. We're going to integrate the badging system, which we showed earlier on, and see that working. Integrate a QR code. So we'll set up a pulse survey just for this demo. We'll integrate that with the QR codes.
Yeah.
And then what else do we need to do?
I think we are more or less done. We might do
we are. I'd say what we need to do though, Sally.
Yeah.
We need to now think about hosting this on AWS, right?
Yeah.
And then letting people play it for us and flag issues, right?
Yeah, that would be nice. That would be nice. We can create maybe a form, or we can also use the GitHub issues as well.
Yeah, let's do it. I think we definitely want to make this code available to people, and they can. Although I'm a little bit nervous because people might see through some of the code and then use that to their advantage when they're playing at an event. So, but I believe in openness and transparency because I think that's the best way to fix bugs.
But if they try, if they studied for it, I'm okay with that one.
Yeah. If they put the work in, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I'm 100% with you on that one. So, folks, so we will be in the next episode just kind of like cleaning up all the rough edges, and we're then going to start moving and thinking about actually how we're going to host this on AWS, and then we're going to make the source code all available, and then we're going to ask you to try it out. We'll put some questions out there. Also, if you've got a question that you want to put in there, definitely, we'll put the question generators up there. The APIs will be up there, so you can add some questions to the question pools, right? Because that's one thing we haven't done actually. We haven't. One thing we haven't tried doing is test. You need to do the. Oh, it seems it's interesting. That's the second time it's done that.
Yeah. Not working. Oh yeah. We need to wrap up in 2 or 3 minutes, but I really wanted to finish.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm so sad.
So, folks, we aren't going to change we aren't going to mess around with the code. It is going to be a case of we're just literally finishing off the last 2 issues. So we'll see you all on Thursday, and we will then show you basically what Kiro finished as part of this debugging episode issue, and we'll just carry on from here, Sally, and hopefully we'll get the rest of the pieces done, and get this up and running on AWS.
I was really excited to have fully finished in this. That's why, again, like AI is good, but at the same time it is not. As you see, it's just stuck.
I think, to be fair, it's a moot point, right? It's done a lot of great stuff there. And we've been on here an hour and 45 minutes almost. So I think Kiro's given us a signal, Sally. We the internet has had enough of us.
Maybe it was saying, come on, like give it a break. You guys need a break.
Exactly.
So we should go for it.
Yep. Okay, folks. So thanks a lot for those of you who stuck around. Watch out for the clips we'll share afterwards, and tune in on Thursday for the next 14th episode, maybe last, who knows, of the Fullstack for Noobs, where we show you hopefully the finished beautiful Kiro quest challenge.
Beautiful front end. but
a lovely front end. You know,
Yeah.
we don't talk about the back ends
Yeah.
on this show.
Yeah.
All right, folks.
All right, man.
See you then.
Yeah. Take care. Bye bye.